Morning everybody. Hope everybody's safe and well. A beautiful day it is today, nevertheless it's raining. You know, I woke up this morning bright-eyed and bushy-tailed like I do every morning, you know, and I just feel really grateful to wake up and just feel fresh. Like, and I don't mean like I've had a clean weekend, I've not been on the fucking bender this weekend and I feel alright. I'm on about like I just wake up every fucking day just feeling grateful and blessed, and I don't mean that I wake up like dead enthusiastic for life, you know what I mean? I don't wake up stretch and go, oh fucking life's wonderful, you know, but I'm on about I wake up with that clear mind and sort of determination, I think, and sort of like I feel like encouraged and you know, a bit hopeful and a bit, you know, sometimes joyful like in the morning, which is very rare for me really, but it's not always like that, you know. And just because I don't take drugs or I don't drink anymore and don't go out on them benders and I don't wake up with that guilt, that shame and the burdens of my past and stuff, and I don't wake up and I don't let that define me anymore, it doesn't mean that I don't wake up and experience the mind. And I want to sort of like talk about what I mean by experiencing the mind. See, I'm not immune to I've still got a fucking dicky nog in me, you know what I mean? My head's still fucking cuckoo. It's just like I've got the perspective on whether I want to listen to it or not, you know what I mean? And I know the consequences of what happens when I do listen to it. And this is what like awareness is, do you know what I mean? And I'm on about like awareness is anything that you're aware of, you know. It's like, because half of this stuff I didn't even know that I was aware of, and I'm on about that voice in your head that doesn't fucking stop, you know what I mean? When you slowly start meditating and doing practices like meditation, and you try to quiet the mind or you try to stop the mind, you'll realise that you have no control over your mind, and then you also realise that you are not the mind and you're the fucking observer of the mind. I'm the observer of the mind, still experiencing mind activity. That's what I mean by it, still experiencing the mind. You can fucking pick me up, take me to the other side of the fucking world, put me in a fucking absolute, beautiful, blessed and abundant fucking life somewhere else on the other side of the planet, and I will still experience the mind like I am now today, you know. And when I woke up this morning, this is what I do differently now. I don't listen to that voice in my head. It's like I remember someone saying to me, I live with someone in my head that tries to sell me bullshit, and I'm the dickhead that fucking buys it every time. And I just stopped buying the bullshit. You know, when I woke up first thing this morning, my head went, have an extra hour in bed, Neil. And it says it every morning, you know, and sometimes you go, it's Monday, or it's Sunday is a good one, oh, it's Sunday today. Have an extra hour in bed, it'd be alright. And then it'll turn around, and in that moment, right, I have a fucking split decision to make. Do I get up or do I press snooze? Do you know what I mean? That's the split decision that I make. Based on that decision alone, right, it might only be the smallest of decisions, it might not be very important at the time, and you might not think it's very important at the time, but that very decision of whether I listen to that voice in my head that tells me to snooze my alarm, have another 10 minutes, can ultimately define my fucking whole day. Because when I get up in the morning, I get up at exactly the same time every morning, which is about 6 o'clock. Might sometimes a bit early, but lately it's been about 6 o'clock because that's what I feel comfortable doing. That's when I naturally wake up, is 6 o'clock. And I've got a routine and a morning ritual, which is very, very important to me. I don't take days off from that ritual, even on Sundays. I don't just go, oh, it's Sunday today, I'm just gonna have a day off. You know, I wake up at 6 o'clock every single morning, and the first thing I do is I get out of bed and I meditate, and I allow my body to wake up naturally. Then the second thing it'll say to me is, don't bother praying and meditating today. Don't bother praying. Have an extra 15 minutes in bed or an extra hour in bed. Just press that snooze button. You know, no rush today, all that. And then it'll say, don't pray and don't meditate. It's all right. You did it yesterday, and you feel all right today. You're doing all right, Neil. So you don't need to do that stuff. And then I read a book, and I dedicate myself to reading a chapter of some sort of literature which is beneficial to my mind, body and spirit. And I'm not on about reading fucking Harry Potter, some bullshit fucking fiction. I'm on about something that's educational to me, something that I enjoy. It doesn't have to be like that for you, but for me, I want to read something that's feeds my brain. You know, it helps me to expand my consciousness and helps me to contribute to the life that I'm living, whether it be recovery literature, spiritual literature, or religious literature. It doesn't really matter, but they're the things that I like to do. So, and then my mind will tell me not to read that book. It'll go, oh, you read 2 chapters yesterday, and it'll start trying to sell me that bullshit again. And this is a good one, you know. Don't go out for a run. This morning, specifically this morning, the first thing that my head said to me when I woke up and I looked out the window, it was fucking pissing down with rain, is don't go for a run today. You went for one yesterday, and you can go for one tomorrow as well. Let's go for one tomorrow, and you went for one yesterday, so don't do one today. But tomorrow's gone. Yesterday doesn't exist, and today's the only day that I've got. So I know that I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out for a run. Do I feel very enthusiastic about going out for a run? Not necessarily, but I don't need enthusiasm to take action. You know, I don't need that. The hardest thing is putting my shoes on and getting out the door. The run's the fucking easy bit, you know. So I didn't listen to that bullshit in my head. Then I got back and I make another split decision, which I've done for fucking 2 years, over 2 years I've done it for now. Every single morning, without fail, no days off, I get a cold shower, right? And my switch on my shower is hot or cold, right? It's got 2 switches. It's pretty simple, you know. It's black and white, cold, hot. And the minute I'm going into that shower, my head will go to me, have a hot one today. And it says it every fucking morning. Every morning it said it for 2 years, and it knows, fucking knows, that I'm not going to say no. That we're getting a cold shower, mate. Shut the fuck up, stop chatting shit, we're having a cold shower. But it waits, and it waits, and it waits, and it waits. It's persistent, and it's fucking cunning, it's baffling, and it's insidious. That voice in my head will wait, and it will try, and it will beg at the doorstep every single fucking morning, waiting for that fucking weak link in my fucking armour to where I crumble and I let it in. And then it holds power over me then. You know, when I start feeding it power by listening to that fucking dickhead in my head, that's when things start to go wrong, because it's like a domino effect. But it's exactly the same as the other way around. You know, it can be destructive, but I can also make it destructive towards that voice in my head. So when I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is go, I ain't fucking snoozing, that's counterproductive. You know, it's towards the voice in my head. I'm going, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, we're not listening to you today. I get out of bed, I pray, I meditate. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, I'm not listening to you today. And I read that book, that chapter of that book. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, I'm not listening to you today. And I go out on that 5k run, and I get home, and again, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, I'm not listening to you today. And I get in that cold shower, then I make my breakfast, and I've not listened to any of that voice in my head, and I've done everything that I possibly can to not listen to that voice in my head. And when I'm ready, and I've done all them things that I want to be doing that day, that voice doesn't have power over me anymore. It doesn't stop me from doing things. It doesn't create weak links. It doesn't create that opening for it to fucking sneak in and start talking to me like I'm a fucking knobhead. You know, talking to me like I'm a piece of shit. You know, that self-talk, that criticism. You know, that person, that fucking salesman in my head, by the time it comes to me coming up and getting out the door and approaching life, hasn't sold me anything yet. And that's when I'm winning. And today's going to be a beautiful day. Don't listen to that voice inside your head. You know, you don't need enthusiasm to take action. Just take action anyway. Just do something. even if it's just the tiniest thing. The minute your head tells you not to do something, do it anywhere. Do it fucking anywhere. Don't let that voice inside your head manifest itself until it's more powerful than you and it starts to tell you what to do. Some people call it fucking mental health. I call it fucking torture. I call it being a slave to your own fucking mind, because this thing will always look for the easy route. Always look for the easy route and never give you any fucking results at all. It'll never, and it will always substitute your happiness and your joy. You know, when you go against this and you become the creator of your own reality, you will create your own joy, you will create your own reality, and your mind will be used as a tool instead of using you and you being the tool. Stay blessed, guys. Stay awake. Stay fucking present. Blessed.